Hello, folks. What's up? Nick Reckenbacher here. Hope we're having a great day. Um, you know, I thought I was done um, doing videos today. Uh, but there's one more I'm gonna do. Um, I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story about this song. It's a new one that I wrote. Um, I'm getting a little emotional right now because this song came to me through an epiphany. All right. Uh, I was scrolling through Facebook. I thought I was done, you know, writing tonight and doing videos, obviously. Um, but there comes a moment in an artist's life when they can't help but write, even if their brain is done for the day. There's something that happens um, when God hits an artist a certain way. Uh, and there's a couple songs in country music, which is obviously what I'm going to be doing in this video. There are certain songs in country music that God has given great songs to, um, about remembrance and loss. One of them being the Chris Stapleton written song that Luke Bryan had a big hit on his Crash My Party album with, was the song about unexpected loss, which Luke Bryan knows all too well, and my family knows it too. Um, and that song was Drink a Beer, and that song always had some sort of, um, you know, uh, it resonated with me on a very personal level. Gosh, I'm turning into a mess. Um, I'm also a little bit tired, but Drink a Beer resonated with me on a very personal level and our whole family. There's also If Heaven Wasn't So Far Away, um, for Justin Moore, and Cole Swindell's You Should Be Here. Um, and also a Mark Wills song called Wish You Were Here. Um, just and the Craig Morgan classic, The Father, My Son, and the Holy Ghost. Um, just great songs in country music that have really spoken about loss and shows you how somber our lives are, and how loss can be felt through music. Um, but back to the story about the epiphany. I was scrolling through Facebook, right, and just, you know, I don't even know how I came about this, but I saw this post. I'm not sure where it was from, and it had a sentence written in black letters, and I looked at it, and the sentence said, "I wish FaceTime worked in heaven." And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I thought to myself, I wish FaceTime worked in heaven. And I'm like, don't we all? Don't we wish that there was someone? Don't you wish there was a way to pick up a phone almost like you were dialing a friend's number here on earth, but calling them up in heaven to find what they're up to? Um, man, uh, there's. Oof, this is tough. The song title, "I Wish FaceTime Worked in Heaven," I knew I had to write it. I'm like, God is pitching me that song title from Facebook. I just read that sentence. I wish FaceTime worked in heaven, and I was inspired to write this. And this took me all about 15 minutes. It's a new original country song I wrote that ties heavily into gospel. It's called I Wish FaceTime Worked in Heaven. Hope you guys like it. Well, I remember asking just how short is life. It seems like it's flashing by right before my eyes. 'Cause I was born in July of '99. Suddenly I turn around and look, I'm 25. Jeez, how fast life goes by. God, could you let me call her up one more time? Telephone line calling 9 times just to hear your precious voice just one more time. I'm gonna never cry, never gonna say goodbye. I can't even try. Till then it'll be you that I'm missing. If there's one thing I'm wishing, oh, 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 how I wish FaceTime worked in heaven. That one day there's gonna come a time where we'll have to break right down and cry. The thought of it being so soon never crossed my mind. But I've got my permit down and I'm learning how to drive. From down here, I hope you're doing fine. There's tears in my eyes, but I'm alright. Telephone line calling 9 times just to hear your precious voice just one more time. Telephone line, never gonna say goodbye. I can't even try. Till then, it's you that I'm missing. Oh, if there's one thing, till then I'll be wishing. I wish FaceTime worked in heaven. I promise you I'm doing fine, moving on in my life. Sometimes I have to break down, dry those tears and cry. So all that's in my broken prayer tonight, oh Jesus, will you please tell Grandma hi? Telephone line calling 9 times just to hear that precious voice just one more time. Telephone line, missing you tonight. I'm fine, but don't cry. Telephone line, pain in these eyes. I miss you here tonight, but I'm alright. Till then, it's you that I'm missing. Oh, if there's one thing tonight I'm wishing. Oh, oh, oh. How I wish FaceTime worked in heaven. 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 Okay, that was. Oh man. That was probably not a smart idea to play that before bed. Oh man. Well, aside from just I can't even talk. Aside from uh I'm exhausted. Aside from that song, uh that song's personal to me. I wish FaceTime worked in heaven. Uh I'm sure we all do. Uh Gosh. I can't I can't even get two words out without breaking down. My gosh. I wish FaceTime worked in heaven. I can't even talk. That song, seriously though, the idea for that came from seeing a Facebook post that said that legit sentence. I wish FaceTime worked in heaven. And I'm sure we all feel that way sometimes when we miss a family member uh, that we've lost, whether it's expected or unexpected. I've had both happen to me in my family, and I guess that's kind of what made me the artist I am, especially for the storyteller for loving country music. Oh my gosh. Jeez. I'm sorry guys. I'm an emotional mess right now. Um and I'm an emotionally exhausted mess. That's not a good a good place to be. Um Holy heck. Um Jeez. Anyway, um, aside from Waterworks, this song, it had to be written. Um, as soon, like Craig Morgan, who's one of my favorite country artists, he told a story about um, how he wrote his song, "The Father, My Son, and the Holy Ghost." He woke up at 3 in the morning one time, which for a lot of us is the time when we're sleeping. And I'm hoping that, you know, I was hoping I'd never have to write anything like this. Um, but I had to, as event forced me to a number of years ago. I wrote this song today, by the way, in about 15 minutes. Um, this was just an acoustic recording with me singing and playing my acoustic guitar. I'll eventually record this in a studio, hopefully, but um, Craig Morgan told the song about getting up and writing the song, "The Father, My Son, and the Holy Ghost." He had these chords to a melody, and he couldn't sleep. He felt like God was calling him to write that song that would later become "The Father, My Son, and the Holy Ghost." And it's late. I work tomorrow, although it's only summer school, so it shouldn't be too long, which is good. Um, but as soon as I saw that sentence on that post on Facebook, "I wish FaceTime worked in heaven." Long story short is the epiphany I had. You know how artists, or rather songwriters, pitch artists songs? I'll tell you what. Tonight, God pitched me one heck of a title. Um, and when God gives you an idea, that's something that really works. That's something that really works. And God, when God sends you something that works, when God gives you a purpose for something, you do it. He has a way of working in us in ways we don't understand, but we come to eventually. And tonight, God worked amazingly through Facebook. Uh, I was incredibly dumbfounded because I'm kind of like, well, God can work through social media. It has to be a certain way, and I wouldn't have expected a great song idea to come from Facebook. You just don't expect something like that. But once in a while, you have an epiphany. And when I saw that sentence on Facebook on a post that said, "I wish FaceTime worked in heaven," oh my good golly. God pitched me a freaking song title. And he pitched me probably one of the best song titles I've ever heard. I think we all feel that way. Some people have lost brothers, friends, grandmas, cousins. It never gets easy, but eventually grieving goes away, or at least heals temporarily. And the one thing we can take away from our loved ones going to heaven is they're up there waiting for us. They're having the time of their life. They're up there with Jesus. They're up there with God, and maybe family members that have gone before them. And You know, they're up there with Jesus, and what an amazing thought that is. I hope for any young artist, singer, songwriter, whether you're a lover of country music, gospel, pop, rock, R&B, but mainly country. Uh, I'm hoping if you're a lover of any kind of the genres of music that I just said, I'm hoping that you guys as songwriters have epiphanies like I did tonight. And if God pitches you a song idea, by golly, write it. And I'm so thankful I saw that post on Facebook tonight, because if I hadn't seen that, this song, this original country song that I had just wrote called I Wish FaceTime Worked in Heaven, if I hadn't seen that post that said that on Facebook, this song wouldn't have even come about. So, long story short, what I'm trying to get across at the end of this emotional video is, if God gives you an assignment, I think this was more of an assignment than a song, but it's in song form, I guess. If God gives you a song title and pitches it to you, take it and run with it. See where it goes. Test the waters. Test the waters, guys. That's all he's asking you to do. And last but not least, I hope this song, and I hope the story behind it, inspires any potential artist who's maybe just a singer in general into becoming a songwriter. Well, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me, Nick Reichenbacher. That is my newest original country song called I Wish FaceTime Worked in Heaven. Hope you guys like that. God bless.